It's time for some fortune telling. So earlier this week, I've been talking about the idea of going to the Arizona State Fair to protest about some issues with being single. But it looks like God had other plans for me. And so it looks like this distant cousin of Taylor Swift is going to go to the State Fair with me this week. So I won't have a chance to protest this year. But maybe next year. Next year, if this distant cousin of Taylor Swift isn't with me anymore, I could go to the State Fair and mention that in the year since we broke up, and I want to be treated equally now that I'm single as well. And why don't you figure out a way for me to ride this ride, right? I could protest at that point. Or if the distant cousin of Taylor Swift and I live happily ever after, that's good too. Maybe God just doesn't want me to protest at that point. Or maybe something will happen and she won't go with me this year, and then I'll get to protest, right? Although I'll want to do it next week after the solar eclipse because I don't want to miss it. So let's do some fortune telling about how that's going to turn out. And we start by drawing 2. 1. Death. 2. 1. Death. Okay. Maybe not looking good. I'm not sure how to interpret that, though. Is it death to my relationship with the distant cousin of Taylor Swift? Or is it I'm going to die trying to protest? I thought about the idea that something bad might happen to me during the protest. But you know what? It's better to die of something that you care about than to live unhappy about something you care about. I really did think about that. I thought about what happened to George Floyd, what happened to some of the people who were protesting at Chaz. I think there were a few fatalities over there as well. And they didn't die in vain, in my opinion. So if that's what happens to me while I'm doing this, I just hope I don't make a mistake. My big fear is that I'm going to let my anger consume me. I'll probably do this when I'm in a good mood. I thought about whether or not I should fast before doing. I tend to be in a good mood after I'm in a fasted state. But then I remembered that there's a chance I might get locked up after this, and I might not have access to suitable food. I have dietary restrictions, and so I don't want to go too crazy on a fast before what's going on, right? Although if I get locked up and I continue to hunger strike, right, to get my way, that might be a good thing as well, right? So I haven't really thought it through. I got another 2 weeks to think things through, and who knows, maybe this distant cousin of Taylor Swift is the right one anyway. So, all right, that was my fortune tell for today. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.